Hi there, I'm Sarah. I want to share a chilling experience that happened to me when I was working part-time at a local diner. You know the one with the smiling sun as its logo? It was late one night, and I was on closing shift. I was working with my colleague Mike, who was also a student like me. We were both tired and eager to finish up for the night. The rest of our coworkers were busy cleaning the kitchen, while Mike and I were left to tidy up the dining area. It's always frustrating when you're about to close, and stragglers come in for a last-minute meal. Mike and I were even more annoyed because we were so close to being done. We only had a few tables left to clean when a young woman walked in. She apologized profusely, saying she was starving and had an intense craving. We couldn't turn her away, so I took her order and showed her to a table near the window. As she started eating, Mike and I continued our cleaning, stealing glances at her now and then. We couldn't help but whisper to each other about how pretty she was. Her long dark hair cascaded over her shoulders, and her pale skin seemed to glow under the diner's fluorescent lights. We were in the middle of our not-so-subtle admiration when something caught my eye outside the window. There was a little boy, probably no older than 7 or 8, pressing his face against the glass. At first I thought he was just another kid being silly, but then I noticed something off about him. His skin was ashen, almost gray, and his eyes seemed sunken and lifeless. The boy started making faces, sticking out his tongue and pressing his hands against the window. He was staring intently at the woman, almost as if he was begging for her food. But the strangest thing was, she didn't seem to notice him at all. I nudged Mike and pointed out the boy. "Hey, can you go shoo that kid away? He might freak out our customer," I whispered, and Mike looked at me confused. "What kid, Sarah?" "There's no one out there." Chill ran down my spine as I turned back to the window. The boy was still there, his face now contorted into an eerie grin. I blinked hard, thinking maybe I was just tired and seeing things. But when I opened my eyes, he was still there, now scratching at the glass with long, dirty fingernails. I couldn't understand why Mike couldn't see him. The boy's actions were becoming more frantic, his eyes never leaving the woman as she continued to eat, oblivious to the commotion outside. I was about to say something to her when I noticed something even more disturbing. The woman's reflection in the window was ... wrong. While she appeared normal in her seat, her reflection showed a gaunt, skeletal figure, with hollow eyes and skin stretched tight over bones. I felt my heart racing as I tried to make sense of what I was seeing. Just then, the woman finished her meal and stood up to leave. As she walked past us, she smiled and thanked us for staying open late. But in the window's reflection, I saw a horrifying sight. The skeletal figure in the glass reached out and seemed to grab the little boy, pulling him into the diner. I whirled around, expecting to see the boy in the restaurant, but there was nothing. The woman was gone, and the diner was empty, except for Mike and me. I tried to explain what I'd seen to Mike, but he just looked at me like I was crazy. We finished closing up in silence, both of us eager to leave. As we walked out, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. I glanced back at the diner one last time, and for a split second, I swear I saw 2 pale faces pressed against the inside of the window. The woman and the little boy, their eyes now dark and hollow, staring right at me. Never been able to explain what happened that night. Mike thinks I was just overtired and imagining things. But sometimes when I pass by that diner late at night, I can't help but wonder about the woman and the little boy, and what really happened after we closed up shop.